First start with the Basketball Super League edition of the Titans, and they're facing a Montreal Toundra squad that is winners of 2 of their last 3. Loss tonight would be their second straight loss. KW won their previous matchup against them on January 21st, but right before the game we found out that they'll be a completely different look than we saw a few weeks here at the Odd as well.
Yeah, certainly. Like, they've had 23 different players on their roster this season, so it's really going to be interesting to see what kind of chemistry this team can put together.
Chris Delaney is the crew chief. Victor Young and Seth Schwartz round out the officiating crew. The Titans will go from right to left on your screens at home in their typical white jerseys with black and blue trim right off the gate. Curtis Hollis, first game back, triggers and misses the 3. And we are underway here in Kitchener as Phil Flory carries it across the timeline. Corey Boyd off to J.D. Tisdale, driving. His floater takes a high bounce, won't go, and Lightfoot comes away with the rebound. Here's Miller, as mentioned, making his first start of the season. Works it out to Lee. Lee driving, runs into some contact and has the basketball roll off his hands cleanly for the first turnover of the night.
Ian, it's almost a completely different look Toundra squad than we saw last time that they played against the Titans, so it'll be really interesting. Their starting center, Corey Boyd, only played in 3 games, but I think he could be a big difference maker for them.
Flory lets that one go from the free throw line. Contested shot does not get it to go. Toundra coming off a narrow victory against Newfoundland on Friday as the Rogues were wrapping up their BSL trip through Southern Ontario, finishing it off in Montreal, Quebec. As Jaquan Lightfoot will have a chance for KW's first point of the evening. He gets hacked down low and will head to the line.
Something he's done so well all season, getting into the paint, drawing that contact, but it's when he's got to the foul line that he's struggled. In the last game, I believe we only saw him hit 5 of 12 attempts, so we need to see him really dial in this one, and he has to hope that he can put those struggles behind him.
An exceptional sophomore year all around for Lightfoot, but certainly the free throw numbers are glaring. Comes into play on Thursday, averaging under 50%. Also averaging about 16 per contest. 4 double-doubles this year, including 2 in the last 3 games. 1 for 2 on that trip. It's Marcus Audi, of course, won back-to-back titles with the Lightning. Dishes off to Boyd. Boyd driving, can't get it to go. Lee battling for it. And talk about double-doubles. He's a man who knows how to get them. 8 straight games with a double-double for Anthony Lee. D. Barnes, one of the sharpshooters on this Titan squad, misses on that one. Boyd the other way, rejected by Hollis. Great transition play on defense, leads to another opportunity for Barnes. Down low, Lightfoot. Beautiful defense to create offense.
Yeah, that was a great job by Curtis Hollis to recognize the lone man inside with Boyd and get there for the big swat.
Here's Tisdale working on Hollis, and Hollis pokes the ball loose. Audi will be the first one to get there. Montreal retains possession. Audi kicks it out to Boyd. Boyd slashing, leaves it for his man down low, and it was last touch by the Titans. No, they will say it'll be KW basketball. It looked like Montreal was going to be setting up for an offensive possession with 4 on the shot clock. Instead, the Titans force their second turnover of the evening. Here's Miller, over to Hollis, the second leading scorer in the Basketball Super League. Gets it into Anthony Lee. Lee, little hook shot, can't get it to go, left it short. And Londole, the first one to get there. Audi trying to go right at Miller, goes high off the window and can't get the roll. Good transition defense from Jawan Miller. Barnes pushing, his floater won't go, but he gets hacked and will head to the line.
Some of you might recognize Marcus Audi, as we saw him here for the London Lightning earlier this season. Didn't play a lot in the game before leaving, but he has recently signed with Montreal, and one of their many roster moves that we've seen over the past couple weeks.
Audi playing in his 7th game in a Toundra uniform tonight. This is his 6th straight start. He's been averaging about 14 per contest since his arrival. D. Barnes steps up, knocks down his first free throw. He has also started every game in a Titans uniform. 17 points and the victory at the WFCU Center on Friday. So the Titans are now 3-0 against the Express. That could come big come playoff seeding time. Barnes, a 2-for-2 trip, and he opens the game on a 5-0 run.
Barnes, such a sharpshooter too from behind the arc. I was watching him in warm-up. Seems like he doesn't miss, averaging almost 30%, 38% on the season, but he's struggled at the free throw line, which is interesting to say the least.
Lightfoot, driving, little floater, shot won't go, and the rebound into the hands of Audi. Audi watched by Miller defensively, works it over to Londole. 3-ball, no good from Flory, and Barnes fields the rebound. The Tundra have missed their first 6 shots. 0 for 6 from the field. Here's Hollis. Over to Barnes. A 3. Shot won't go, but Juwan Miller there for the offensive rebound. Hollis another chance, puts that one in. Curtis Hollis from downtown.
What a job by Miller to get that offensive rebound. He's by far the smallest guy in the court, but he tracks down the missed shot, kicks it out, and Hollis drills the 3.
The Titans opening the game on an 8-0 run. Damian Buckley uses his first timeout of the night. Quick start for KW on BSL TV.
Probably, I don't know. Probably the heart, black or blue. Those are my favorite 2 favorite colors. I'm like a heartbreak kid, so the heartbreak emoji, black emoji, and then this emoji. And I don't know, probably like this,
Fans, don't forget to get your 50-50 tickets. We are over $600. That's your take-home portion already. We had a record 50-50 of over 2,000 last game. Make sure you get your 50-50 tickets from our friends at Rangers Reach, or you can get them online from your seats at Titans5050.com.
Last season, KW did not win consecutive games all year. It has certainly been a different kind of vibe this year in KW. As mentioned, an 8-4 start to the year. 6-4 was already their best 10-game start in franchise history. Right out of the timeout, they forced the miss. Here's Barnes working it over to Miller. Hollis now, trying to go right at Mambi Diawara. Hollis from the elbow and rattles it in.
This team certainly feels like it has a different juice to them this season. You have your superstar in Curtis Hollis, and then all these other great pieces. You've seen Lee Jr. be huge since coming back from injury. I think the Titans have a really good chance to go on a nice run this season here.
Diawara, the miss, gets his own rebound and finally gets the Tundra on the board. A 10-0 run from KW to start the game, and Mambi Diawara, the Montreal native, puts an end to it. Here's Hollis. Little contact, goes off the window and can't get it to go. Loose ball is going to be chased down by DeMoston. Irvin's DeMoston off the floor. His free throw line jumper is good, and the Tundra, after an 0 for 7 start from the field, have knocked down back-to-back shots. After this, the Tundra will head home on Saturday to take on Frederick Flying Cows of the TBL.
It's an all-time great name.
It's a great team. Miller for 3. That one won't go. And the rebound handled by Marc-Andre Fortin out of Quebec City, the big man, playing his first game in a Tundra uniform. Great job by Hollis to poke the basketball free. Miller dives on it, and the Titans force what is their 3rd turnover already. Lightfoot driving and called for the offensive foul. That'll be his first on the evening.
We talk about Hollis's offense so much, but his defense has been so great this season too, averaging 1.7 steals per game. And that was a great job by Juwan Miller in his getting the start there, showing hustle. It's something Jalen Tate brings to this team every single night. To see Miller diving on that ball, getting possession, trying to move it up the floor, that was a great job by him.
Darian Jones, Dexter Williams Jr., and Marque Maltzby all in for KW. Well, Antoine Mason comes off the bench for Damian Buckley's squad. Mason works it over to DeMoston. Here's Diawara working on Maltzby, and Marque Maltzby is going to get charged with the reach. Corey Boyd will check in at the 5. 4-10 heads off. KW kicking off a 3-game road trip after this. They will head to Sudbury for the first of a couple on Saturday. Flory had that ball poked loose, and indeed he got called for the foul. It looked like D. Barnes is going to pick up his first. It's actually Maltzby, his second foul in just a matter of seconds. And we'll have to see if Clinkscales wants to make a move with one of his first guys off the bench, already in some early foul trouble.
Another guy that's going to have to step up in Tate's absence. We've seen him a couple times this season have great games by using his speed. He's just going to have to be really careful.
Mason, no good on the floater, misses his first field goal attempt of the night. Maltzby, great pass inside to Jones, but could not maintain possession. The Toundra want the ball. Buckley's pleading that one went clean off Jones and out. The officials say it is indeed KW's possession with 19 on the 24. Here's Dexter Williams Jr., gets it into Lightfoot, has a beat, and travels.
We saw about 4 travels from the Titans in their last home game here, Ian, so it's something they're really going to have to be weary of. You need to keep that pivot foot planted.
Lots of players will tell you, the officials, different crews like to call things differently, but the reality is they see these same officials all the time. They should very well be used to these officiating crews at this point now in the season. 5:24 to go in quarter number 1. It's 10-4 Titans. Antoine Mason heads to the line looking for his first points of the evening. Played 3 seasons with the Halifax Hurricanes, reached the finals 2 straight years. Did so alongside Cliff Clinkscales. His first year in the league, won the NBL Canada 6th Man of the Year, and then in the year that was shortened by the pandemic, he was absolutely tearing up the National Basketball League of Canada, was averaging nearly 26 points per game. This season, he's just outside the top 5 in scoring, and about 20 per contest, goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line there. Had 30 points the last time he was in this building. AJ Singh into the game out of the break. Barnes, foul called away from the ball. Dominic Welch making his first start in a Toundra uniform. It's called for his first foul. Here's Maltzby rolling off that pick from Jones. Right hand layup won't go. Now here come the Toundra on what has been a quiet 6-0 run. Mason driving, tough floater won't go. Second opportunity generated by Corey Boyd, and a foul is going to go on Jones. That's already the 5th foul on KW. Excuse me, that's their 4th, so that was the last one they had to give for the remaining 5 minutes of this first quarter. Here's Boyd, driving on Singh. Hook shot gets the roll. And after a 10-0 run for Kitchener-Waterloo to start the evening, Montreal with an 8-0 run of their own.
Boyd's nickname is Big Jelly for a reason. He can really get it done in every way. Last game, 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists for him. So it's definitely going to have to be someone they watch out for, especially when he sees a matchup like that against Jones that he believes he can take advantage of.
Took advantage of that last one, and then the other way, the Titans called for the offensive foul. AJ picks up his first. looking to give Montreal the lead was Mombi Diawara, won't go, but Dominic Welch creates the second opportunity. Diawara working on Jones into the corner. The pump fake from Mason. Singh was trying to get in there and disrupt the pass to Corey Boyd, but instead picks up his second foul in a matter of moments, and the Titans are officially in the penalty. Now a couple free throws coming up for Corey Boyd and a chance to tie the game.
2 shots for Corey Boyd.
Boyd recently playing in Lithuania. This is his 4th game in a Montreal uniform, and he has made an impact right away, averaging about 17 per contest, and has started all 4 games now since his arrival.
Sub into the game for the Titans, number 30, Mike Bruce.
Now just 5 for 12 at the free throw line in his young BSL career. Boyd, a 1 trip.
Corey Boyd, good on 1 and 2.
Montreal's run continues. It's now 9 for the Tundra.
Mike Bruce checking into the game for the Titans, making his Titans debut, so we'll have to see what he can provide for them.
Here he gets the ball for the first time up top to Jones. Jones looking for a cutting. Williams dishes off to Singh instead. Here's Bruce with 5 on the shot clock. Bruce driving right down Main Street, lays it in. Oh, a pretty shifty move from Bruce in his first possession.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. Hasn't had a lot of time to learn the offense, just says, okay, I'll take it to the hoop and blow by you.
Great job from Boyd, makes Jones miss. Mason from the corner and got fouled. A tough foul is going to be called there on AJ Singh. Antoine Mason now goes to the line for 3 free throws.
35, AJ Singh, that is his 3rd.
And AJ Singh just picked up 3 fouls in a matter of moments. Jones and Maltby already with 2 each, and Cliff Clinkscales has to bring in his Rookie of the Year right away. I'm sure in an ideal world, you'd want to give Jaquan Lightfoot more than 2 minutes on the bench.
Yeah, certainly. The early foul trouble for the Titans is concerning, to say the least. They've had guys like Lightfoot who have been in foul trouble, Anthony Lee in foul trouble down the stretch, but you can't be having your bench guys come in and get 3 fouls in just a couple minutes of play. To hurt them and affect their rotation that's already seriously affected with Jared Hamilton out, Axel Congo not playing, and Tate with the flu.
So Antoine Mason doesn't make him pay though.
So interesting. Mason, another guy who's such a great shooter, but shooting coming into this game just 48% from the free throw line.
Very similar contrast to the numbers that D. Barnes has put up this season. Driving is Welch, that shot no good, and the tip in by Mason ties the game at 12. Antoine Mason goes just 1 for 3 at the charity stripe, but knots the game up at 12. Just about 9 minutes gone in quarter number 1. Bruce off to Jones, and now Maltby. Lightfoot just check right back into the game. Williams over to Maltby. That's a 3. That's good. Marque Maltby from downtown. That's just his 2nd made 3 ball of the season. Welch. That pass right into the hands of Dexter Williams Jr. was looking for Mason in the corner. Lightfoot dribbled that one off Boyd and results in a turnover. Here come the Tundra with numbers. Boyd trying to take it himself, got tied up. And Dexter Williams Jr. is going to pick up his first foul. And with the Titans in the penalty, more free throws coming up for Corey Boyd. When we come back, the Titans have a 3-point lead on BSL TV.
Time out. This meeting is time out, brought to you by Rogers Media. Have a look up on our video board. It's time for another round of Guess the Titan. On the board, you're going to see an image of one of our players. You're going to need to follow the Titans on Instagram or Twitter. Submit your guess by either tagging the team or sending a DM on who you think this player is. We're going to select one random winner to win a KW prize pack. You must be following the account and guess the correct player. Have a look up on the board and see if you can guess the Titans. We will announce the winner later in the game. So if you think you know who that is, you can tag us on Instagram or Twitter, or send a DM on Instagram or Twitter with your guess. We will announce the winner later in the game. All right, fans, we promised, in partnership with Rotary Waterloo and the Children's Need Distribution Center and Mitts for Kids, we're going to give away courtside flex tickets and a Titans t-shirt with a donation toss. That is coming up at the end of the first quarter. Wait for my cue. If you brought something to toss, either mitts or socks, Titus and I will be on the court letting you know when it's your turn to toss onto the court. And then we'll draw the winner for those courtside seats.
After the Titans started the game on a 10-0 run, the Toundra came back with an 8-0 run of their own. And have worked their way back into the game. Corey Boyd knocks down his first free throw. It's at the 12, cuts it to 2. The Titans, I already mentioned they would be shorthanded tonight. Jalen Tate with the flu, a couple of roster moves earlier today. The foul trouble is certainly not going to help this situation.
Yeah, certainly. The Titans got very complacent, especially on the defensive end after coming out to that hot start. This is a Toundra squad that you're not really sure what to expect, but you cannot get lazy on defense and commit bad fouls.
The Toundra do come into tonight last in the BSL standings, but not to be taken lightly. Welcome to KW. Mike Bruce knocks down his first three, and the Titans up by 4. Spent last year with the Flint United of the TBL. Corner 3 from JD Tisdale is pure, and it's a 1-point game. So first shot Tisdale is the second shot he's attempted. First 3. And the Toundra not going anywhere. It's 18-17. Shot clock at 10. Here's Marque Maltby. That's one of the 2 Titans triples on the evening. That's a long 2. It's short. Boyd, long pass ahead to Tisdale. Tisdale, no foul called there. They'll go out of bounds, and the Montreal offense will reset with 20 shot clock.
Bruce really impressing me in limited minutes here to start the game. But there he just puts 2 hands right on the ball. You're not fouling him if you get a hold of it like that. That was a great job, and we saw that big 3 from them. If the Titans could add another 3-point shooter to this team, something they haven't really been known for, that could be big for them.
There's another one. Dominic Welch knocking down the 3. That's his first made shot of the evening. There's a second made 3 for the Toundra, and they have their first lead. Williams looking for the response, and the air ball missed. The last time these 2 sides met, the Titans only made 2 3-pointers en route to the win. Just 2 of 13 on that Sunday afternoon, about 3 weeks ago now. Here's Marcus Oddie over to Tisdale. Watched by Bruce, and now down to Boyd with 7 on the shot clock. Back to Tisdale, draws a double team. Tisdale for 3, shot won't go. And Bruce pulls down his first rebound of the evening. Trying to tie or give the Titans the lead. Bruce kicks it out to Hollis. Into the corner for Lee now. Backing in on Boyd. Lee, the turnaround, left it short, but right into the hands of Lightfoot. Count it, and 1.
Count the basket, charge the foul.
Great heads-up play by Lightfoot to recognize the air ball, grab it, and just put it right up as he was getting held.
Talked about how strong Lightfoot has been in the paint this year, showing it once again. This is the second straight year that the Titans begin the season with the Rookie of the Year.
There certainly hasn't been a sophomore slump for him. Improving on his 8 points per game last season, almost at 16 this season. He's really took another step.
Oddie kicks it out, and it looked like, yeah, he traveled. They're going to call Antoine Mason for the travel as he received the pass, took 1 too many steps. Bit of a mental lapse there for one of the more veteran players in this league, Antoine Mason, and it's a 1-point game. About 12.5 seconds the difference between the 2 clocks. Williams, that's a 3, and puts it in. Dexter Williams Jr. from downtown. Airballed the last one, but bangs that one in. The Titans up 4.
And he lets Tisdale know after. Tisdale's been battling with a couple different Titans here early on. Him and Dex jawing back and forth in the corner, and he was going at it with Lee Jr. early on. So definitely a great matchup to watch down the stretch.
Mason goes behind the back out to Adi for an open look, but can't hit. Trying to keep it alive was Tisdale. Do not count that shot. Came after the buzzer, and the Titans go on a mini run at the end of quarter number 1. 6 straight points. They've got a 4-point lead as we head to quarter number 2. You're watching the Toundra and the Titans on BSL TV.
Guess that's the end of the quarter. All right, fans, as promised, in partnership with Rotary Waterloo Children's Need Distribution Center and Mints for Kids, we are going to invite you to throw something on the court. Titus, come on out here with me. If you brought a donation, either mints or socks, officials, they're going to be throwing something on the court. Do not throw at the officials, all right? Whatever you do not throw anything at the officials. You can throw it at Titus and I, although you get no extra points for hitting us, all right? After we do this toss, we're going to draw 1 raffle ticket for courtside teams. So if you brought a donation, get ready to throw in 3, 2, 1. Toss it. All right, here we go. This is good. Thanks everybody for your donations. Evan, let's bring that out here now, Evan. Evan, hi, come on out. Yeah, let's bring that up for me. That'd be great. Thank you so much. This is great to see. So many things out here. Titus, you hold this for me. All right, get those raffle tickets out that you got. Courtside flex seats and a Titans t-shirt. If you have ticket number 190049. 190049. All right, sweepers, let's get started sweeping this stuff up. Yeah, come on, sweepers. 190049, that's you over here. Okay, come on and claim that at the courtside merchandise booth. Find the stairs over there, over at the courtside merchandise booth. Thanks everybody for your donations for Mints for Kids. Don't forget to get 50-50 tickets from our friends at Rangers Reach. Jackpot is climbing. We had a great one last time. Get your tickets up until the end of halftime.
The Toundra started the game 0 for 7 from the field. Down 10-0 out of the gates, but full credit to them. They went 6 of their next 13 and looked like we were headed for a blowout, but right back in it.
Yeah, the Titans kind of handed it right back to them with foul trouble and then 6 turnovers, which Montreal capitalized, scoring 7 points.
Adi triggers the 3, won't go. Lee pulls down the rebound. We'll be looking for a 9th straight double-double. Miller no good on the transition layup attempt. And now J.D. Tisdale driving on Lightfoot. Takes it right back outside. Adi, the baseline drive, all too easy, and cuts the lead to 2. Marcus Adi started the game 0 for 3 from the floor. Picks up his first bucket there. As mentioned, Juwan Miller making his first start of the season for Kitchener. Williams driving and gets the roll. Tough take, was going up against Levi Londelay.
How did he get that to drop?
Londelay now off to Tisdale. 1 minute gone in this second quarter. Kick out to Mason. Deep 3 ball and cans it. Antoine Mason, that's his first three he's attempted tonight. And just like that, he leads all scorers with 8 points. Here's Miller now up top running the offense. Off to Hollis. In his first game back from injury, floater won't go, and Anthony Lee pulls down already his 5th board of the day. Hollis from the corner can't get it to go. Audie for DeLondelay, now Tisdale. His shot from 3 won't go as Dexter Williams Jr. grabs the board, his 2nd. Williams out to Miller. Washed by Audie. Lee down low to Lightfoot. Backing in on Londelay. Lightfoot's shot won't go. Mason grabs the rebound. In some trouble to get away, and it looked like a foul is going to go on Anthony Lee Jr. It'll be his first.
Coach Klingscale's visibly upset with the amount of fouls that the Titans have committed here early on. They're going to have to tighten that up, or you're going to see some guys in foul trouble.
Already 10 personal fouls on the KW Titans through the first 14 minutes of the game. They typically only average about 25 per contest. They do commit the 2nd most in the league, and now Antoine Mason fouled shooting a 3. That's the 2nd time already.
Yeah, I guess the good news for the Titans is it's mostly their bench that has committed the fouls. That's just the 3rd foul by a starter, 2nd by Lightfoot. But they're going to have to tighten up defensively because you're just giving them free points at the charity stripe.
Maltzby and DJ Jones with 2. Now Lightfoot joins that with his 2nd foul. And of course, AJ Singh, who picked up 3 fouls in under 2 minutes, is currently glued to Cliff Klingscale's bench. Antoine Mason scored a 21 points over a team-high 41 minutes in Friday's win against Newfoundland. It was the Rogues leading by 12 after quarter number 1 on Friday. Montreal only had 14 points in that first quarter. They trailed by as many as 17, but came down to the final possession.
Ian, they appeared to change that from a 3 to a 2 before he shot that 2nd free throw. So just a 2 there from Mason.
Barnes dribbles that one off himself. Good defense from the Canadian Levi Londelay. That forces yet another turnover. That is the 7th that the Titans have committed early on. Marcus Audie has the ball with Montreal up 1. They trail 10-0 right out of the gates. Now here's Fortin. Off to Mason. Mason, that's a 3. Shot won't go. Fortin trying to generate a 2nd opportunity, but Miller comes away with it. Hollis off the screen from Lightfoot. Triggers a jump shot, no good. And Audie pulls it down. A 2 for 7 night from the field to start things off for Curtis Hollis. 3 minutes gone in the 2nd. Tisdale, kick out to Audie. Audie working on Miller with the shot clock down to 7. Audie calling for a pick, takes it himself on the switch from Lightfoot and can't get it to go, and Lee comes away with it. It's already the 6th rebound for Lee. Miller looking for Barnes. Barnes has to walk the tightrope and able to keep it alive. Hollis driving on Tisdale, and a foul is going to be called on J.D. Tisdale before the drive. It'll be his 2nd.
He plays in a very aggressive game on defense. Maybe the Titans have recognized that. They're going to go at him, try to get him in some foul trouble.
Philip Flory checking in as Audie heads off. DJ Jones, who's also going to check back in as Anthony Lee heads to the bench. An 0 for 2 start from the field, but does have 6 boards as he looks for his 9th straight double-double. 5 on the shot clock. Jones backing in on Fortin. Turnaround left it short. Lightfoot got to it. Miller has to let it go and puts it in. Great heads-up play from Juwan Miller.
Yeah, great job to recognize the shot clock was draining and getting the shot up just in time. 2.
Of course, the shot not hitting the rim, so it is not reset. Miller had less than 2 seconds to get it off. Here's Tisdale now. Launched by Hollis. Off to Londelay. Mason down low to Fortin with 2 on the shot clock. Marc-Andre Fortin in the paint. Turns around and puts it in. Strong post move. Back and forth they go as the Toundra pull ahead. John Miller. Can certainly expect him to get a season high in minutes tonight. Barnes down low to Lightfoot, 10 on the shot clock. Ball comes back to Miller, just got his first bucket of the game. Hollis driving on Flory, can't get the roll, but he'll head to the line.
Yeah, you just mentioned Miller, probably going to get a season high in minutes here tonight, and it's a huge game for him. This is one without Tate in the lineup. He has to prove to Coach Clinkscales, I've earned my minutes. This is with them bringing in Bruce, another guard. He's going to have to earn his minutes tonight. So far, he's done a great job. A couple hustle plays, that great heads-up play, showing off his basketball IQ on that last offensive possession.
Jalen Tate and Juwan Miller, really the only 2 true point guards on this roster. And with Tate out, Juwan Miller, we're expecting a lot tonight. Titans trailing by 1. BSL TV.
Home game 2 weeks from tonight. It's the City of Waterloo and Habitat for Humanity Waterloo Region game. Against the Sudbury 5, there'll be a halftime show from Sharp Sports Cheer. Get your tickets at kwtitans.com. Also, don't forget the next Kitchener Rangers game is tomorrow night, right here at the Odd. That's right, ice right under this basketball court. It'll be out tomorrow for the Titans taking on the Mississauga Steelheads.
Curtis Hollis entering play on Thursday with the most free throw attempts and makes in the Basketball Super League. That is his 96th free throw attempt on the year, puts it in. Comes in at about an 82% free throw shooting rate on the season. And a 2-for-2 trip there. Here's Mason. Down low to Marc-Andre Fortin. Has that ball ripped away by Miller. Barnes leaves it off to Hollis and gets the roll. Titans have done a good job transition-wise, turning defense into offense already, and makes it a 3-point game. Here's Tisdale. Driving, hits the brakes, leans into the foul, and can't get it to drop. But a couple free throws coming up for J.D. Tisdale. And his first trip to the line.
Number 25, DJ Jones. That's his third.
This would be a completely different game if the Titans weren't in this foul trouble. The Toundra already with 8 points at the charity stripe. So the Titans are going to have to stop jumping, stop leaving their feet when the Toundra are going to shoot. That's what caused about 3 fouls so far. They can't afford to give them free points.
In their loss against Newfoundland on Friday, the Toundra went 26 of 38 from the free throw line.
Yeah, and on the season, they shoot at just a 66% clip as a team, 6th in the league, which is very poor. So that could be a positive for the Titans, but so far they've shot much better than that, Ian.
Here's Jones, who just picked up his third foul. Lightfoot right down Main Street. Oh! And one! Rocking the rim, Jaquan Lightfoot.
Wow. All over him. Stares him down. Lightfoot with a big play for the Titans there. That could turn the tide for them.
A big boy dunk for the Rookie of the Year.
We had been waiting for that dunk. How many times have that happened? We go, oh, just about once again, and finally he gets it, puts it down right on his head.
Massive dunk from Jaquan Lightfoot. Trying to pump some energy into this crowd. It's a 4-point Titans lead now. Here's Tisdale rolling off the screen from Boyd. Barnes hits the floor and Hollis intercepts the pass. Curtis Hollis trying to get back and beat Flory. Can't get the roll, but Barnes there to clean it up.
Great follow-up by Barnes there. Lightfoot a little shaken up after that last defensive possession, but a big play on the offensive end from him, and then he causes the turnover. And a lot of pain on the bench over there, but hopefully he'll bounce back.
Two big plays for KW. They've got a 6-point lead, and Damian Buckley is going to use another timeout.
Hey, let's welcome Chris. Make some noise for Chris, will you? Thank you. Okay, Chris, you have an opportunity to win free pizzas for everybody in Section 12 and Section 13. All you have to do is tell me if the Titan that appears on the screen is going to name more or less sports. The line is 14 and a half. In 30 seconds, 14 and a half. Will they name more or less? 14 and a half is pretty tough. I'm going to go less. Less. All right, let's see. Let's roll that video. Domino's Pizza.
Name as many sports as you can in 30 seconds. 3, 2,
Sharon Hamilton up here.
Basketball, football, baseball, soccer,
4,
rugby,
5,
hockey,
6.
tennis, bowling,
That's 8. Bowling count.
track and field,
9.
water polo,
Water polo.
gymnastics, swimming.
It's not looking good here. Looks like it might go over. You slow it down.
And
Oh, 14! He named 14 just under the wire. Congratulations! That is Section 12 and Section 13. You got free pizzas from our friends at Domino's. Thanks to Chris. I told you, make some noise for Chris. It's about 150 free pizzas from Domino's. Our staff's going through, handing out those vouchers right now. A large 3-item pizza.
The poster from Jaquan Lightfoot, and then the Hollis steal and Barnes put back has made it a 2-possession Titans lead halfway through quarter number 2. Nice post move from Corey Boyd out of the timeout. Gets the Montreal bucket needed to stop the bleeding. AJ Singh back into the game, playing with 3 fouls. So is Darian Jones. Hollis had that ball pop loose. Singh's floater left it short, and Boyd gets to it. Mason, long pass ahead. I think he was looking for Levy Lalonde. Interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was a shot, a pass. I don't think anybody on the either. Everyone kind of just was looking around in confusion.
Londelay was battling down low, but that pass was way over his head. Mason, yeah, looked somewhere between a half-court heave to an entry pass. Regardless, that is the 9th Montreal turnover of the evening. Here's Curtis Hollis with 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Barnes, watched by Welch, back to Hollis, steps into a 3, and left it short. Welch, his first game in a Toundra uniform, dishes off to Flory. Flory spinning up and under. Pretty move on the reverse, but couldn't finish. Hollis gets the board. Gets the ball across to Miller now. Miller rolls off the screen from Singh. Back to Hollis into the corner for Barnes. His corner 3 won't go. And Welch pulls it down. Toundra with a chance to pull within 2 or 1 here. Mason, that shot won't go. Battling for the second opportunity. And last touch by Juwan Miller. So will remain Toundra basketball. Both Mike Bruce and Mambi Diawara checking in. And at the last minute, Dexter Williams Jr., he comes into the game as well.
Bruce was extremely impressive in his first look as a Titan. 5 points for him. 2 for 2 from the field.
Trying to float that pass into Levi Londole, but no good. Williams to Barnes, and lays it in. Already the 9th Toundra turnover, and the Titans have certainly made them pay with their points off turnovers. Here's Flory. Flory, tough shot, draws contact. And Barnes is going to pick up his first foul.
Fouls on the Toundra. Number 9, Marcus Audi.
Excuse me, Marcus Audi. Lee picked up the foul there.
Well, Ian, you mentioned it, the points off turnovers for the Titans so far. That one on the fast break there. Williams finds Barnes. That was their 9th already in this game, so doing a great job at getting the ball away from the Toundra and then capitalizing.
So Jones, who does have 3 fouls, heads to the bench as Maltby checks back in his place. Flory is in the free throw. AJ Singh remains on the floor playing with those 3 fouls. No one on the Toundra has more than 2 currently. Here's Bruce. Off to Lightfoot. Looking for that pass down low to Dexter Williams Jr., but Londole forces the turnover. Dom Welch over to Mambi Diawara. Kick out to Flory. Deep 3-pointer and puts it in. Philip Flory from downtown. And the Toundra cut it to 1. Toundra, that is their 4th made 3-pointer of the evening. Both sides are 4 for 12. Here's Bruce. Into the corner. Maltby driving over to Williams. The shot clock at 5. Bruce, the pump fake. Off to Williams. 2 on the shot clock. Dex lets it fly and draws a foul. Can't foul a jump shooter, and that's exactly what happens there. Dom Welch picks up his first foul, and 3 free throws coming up for Dexter Williams Jr.
It's our first look at Welch in the Toundra uniform. He played for Alabama last year, a 1 seed in the tournament. They did end up getting upset in the Sweet 16, but he's played some extremely important basketball.
The Buffalo, New York native. Back a bit closer to home now than Tuscaloosa, Alabama. 23 games for the Tide last year. Anthony Lee checks back into the game. Singh heads off. Mentioned Lee comes into this one 8 straight games with a double-double since returning from that dislocated finger. And Dexter Williams Jr., tough trip to the free throw line, cannot hit any of them. The Titans lead remains at 1. They will, although. Lightfoot gives it right back to Williams. Calls for Maltby. Shot clock at 10. Maltby driving on Flory. Hits the brakes. Shot from the free throw line won't go. Shot clock does not reset. Williams going to have to put a shot up. Maltby does not get one up. And a good defensive stand from the Toundra. They get the ball back down 1. Overall, just not a good possession from the Titans. They get the 3 free throws, they don't capitalize, and they don't get a shot off.
Yeah, the Toundra aren't making it easy on the Titans either. They've been great on defense. You kind of see there's a little bit of mischemistry for the Titans than what we've seen in the past. That'll happen when you're missing your starting guard and introducing some new players into the lineup like Bruce, well, losing big pieces like Jared Hamilton.
Not to mention, you look at the Titans at the start of the year playing a lot of games in January, and the schedule in February is certainly a lot more spaced out. They're not playing as often as they were certainly the month of January. Just 4 home games total, a 3-game road trip coming up. The lack of regularity certainly can show at times. Here's Welch from the free throw line and gets a friendly roll. Dominic Welch, that's his 2nd made field goal. He's got 5 points. And the Toundra are back in front. Here's Lee. Watched by Flory, dishes off to Mike Bruce. Bruce driving, looking for Maltby. Good pass, leaves Williams open in the corner. Can't hit.
We've seen Bruce's great shooting early on, but he also has great vision. It's the second pass that I have no idea how he saw it.
Dom Welch back-to-back made field goals, and the Toundra have their biggest lead of the night. It's 43-39. Here's Dexter Williams Jr. Great feed down low, Lightfoot, count it, and one. Oh boy, Jaquan Lightfoot, you get him in a position where he's comfortable on the post and feels like he makes you pay 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, and he lets Welch know right after. He gives him a little bit of a stare down. Almost looked like he maybe blew him a kiss. We saw him get a technical for that earlier in the season, but a lot of heart so far from the Titans. You can tell this one really means something.
Diawara checks back in for fellow Canadian Levi Londelay. Lightfoot already with an and one on the evening. He is the lone Titan in double figures. Cannot complete the and one, so he will remain at 11 points. Antoine Mason, the lone Toundra player, in double figures already. Diawara driving, trying to go up and over Lightfoot, and Lightfoot got way up there. No way he was getting the ball up and over him.
Did he ever? There's no good over him, that's for sure.
Williams gets the roll. Strong take, good finish. And the Titans' 2 quick buckets have erased the deficit and tied it up at 43. Diawara over to Corey Boyd. Boyd watched by Lee. Big man on big man. The drive. Oh, puts that one in and a foul. Tough shot from Corey Boyd. He's got a chance to make it 3.
Boyd been relatively quiet so far in this one, but he's such an efficient scorer and can do it in almost all ways. We mentioned earlier his ability to pass the ball and rebound. He's really a triple-double threat, so you really have to hope, if you're a Titans fan, that he's not going to get it going here.
Misses the free throw. As mentioned, this is just his 3rd game in a Toundra uniform. That's an and one. How about that for an immediate response? Dexter Williams Jr. can up with a 3-point play of his own.
Boyd had some words for him after that last one. Might have let him know after Dexter fouled him, but here, he lets him know. Staring him down. Almost about 3 straight seconds there. I think it's a little personal. You have to love it. That's why the fans here love Dex so much, as he plays with so much emotion.
89 seconds left in the first half. Dexter Williams Jr. completes the 3-point play. He is the 2nd Titan into double-digit scoring. Irvins DeMostin. Dexter gets in to disrupt the pass. It will stay Montreal basketball, and he has some words for Corey Boyd before he inbounds in front of the Titans bench.
Almost put him into the 2nd row there. Boyd had a little laugh about it. Definitely gonna have to be a little bit of a battle here to watch.
Here's DeMostin, watched by Williams. Into the corner for Diawara, and cans the triple. Mambi Diawara, that's his first made 3 of the evening. That's his 4th of the season. Hollis blows by, puts it in. He absolutely went right by Dominic Welch, slipped right past him, and ties it up at 48.
And took some big contact there on the shot, but was still able to get it to go.
3 from Diawara, and puts in another. Mambi Diawara, back-to-back 3-pointers. And the Toundra back up by 3.
Toundra's 7th 3-pointer of the game. They're truly catching fire from behind the arc.
Bruce for the response. Won't go. And the long rebound handled by DeMostin. 4 seconds difference between the 2 clocks, so Montreal will not be going 2 for 1. You can get a pretty good look here. Catch and shoot, and left it well short. No good from Welch. Second opportunity. Diawara can't get it to go. Lightfoot hits the floor hard, going for that rebound, though. 9 seconds left, and Jaquan Lightfoot went down hard, holding his back. I believe it's Diawara also on the floor for Montreal.
Lightfoot with a big crash down to the floor there. Hopefully he didn't hit his head. It was a scary collision between the two.
Lightfoot holding his lower back with his right hand as the trainer out to take a look at him. 9.2 seconds to go in this first half. Lightfoot up on with his own power. Just trying to walk it off. He plays a very physical game and sometimes results in plays like that. Mambi Diawara also up and heading to the Toundra bench. Both Tisdale and Flory are going to come in as Diawara and Demoston check out. The Titans had gotten the defensive stop, but they did not get the ball. So now, the Toundra already up 3. They'll have one final look here to end the first half. So strong chance that they begin the third quarter with the lead. Here's Flory. 5 on the clock. Out to Corey Boyd. Boyd tied up with Bruce, and the Titans get the stop. When you look at the way this game started, the Titans open it on a 10-0 run. They give up 8 straight points of their own. It looked like they might have been in full control. Can't take this Toundra team lightly, and you said it right off the hop, Justin.
Yeah, it was the 3-point field goals and the free throws that truly killed the Titans in that first half. Well, they just need to play their game. Points in the paint. They did a great job at getting in there and drawing fouls themselves. They didn't convert on a couple and ones. But someone who really impressed me for the Titans in that first half was the new addition, Mike Bruce. Got it done on the
second half underway here on BSL TV as the Toundra with a 51-48 lead over the Titans. They outscored them 31-24 in that second quarter. The Titans trailed by 7. In Windsor on Friday, came back to win yet again. Tisdale driving on the first possession and draws a foul, and that was a big theme of the problem for the Titans in that first half, Justin.
Yeah, it certainly was. The Titans got themselves into a lot of foul trouble. It was their bench players. Came in, you saw AJ Singh come in and get 3 quick fouls, Maltzby as well. But the Toundra, you have to give them credit. They shot extremely well in the first half. They went 5 for 9 from the 3-point range in the second quarter, and they're shooting at 43% from 3-point. That has killed them. And then to go with their 75% from the free throw line, 12 free points for them so far. Make that 14. It's really killed them so far in this game, and they're going to have to stay out of foul trouble, maybe be a little bit more conservative on the defensive end.
Of course, now you see Juwan Miller with the ball, making his first start of the season. Jalen Tate is out of tonight's game with the flu. Here's Lee, draws a double team. Hook shot won't go, and he is yet to make a field goal tonight. Tisdale pushing in transition. Flory dribbled that one off his foot. So the Titans will catch a break. 3 Titans in double figures at the half. Curtis Hollis, Jaquan Lightfoot, each with 11, and Dexter Williams Jr. with 10 off the bench. Here's Miller from the elbow and drops it in. Smooth stroke from Miller. That's his second made free throw of the evening.
He's having a great game in these minutes that have been brought to him by so many absences in the lineup. He's filled his stat sheet. He only has 4 points, but he has a steal, he has a block, and he's been making a difference. A lot of great heads-up plays, smart plays, hustle plays, getting on the ground, securing the ball. We saw the great noticing the shot clock winding down and making it easy too.
The Titans will get a break in the foul department there. J.D. Tisdale called for the offensive foul. That'll be his third. Juwan Miller stepping up and drawing the charge on the play, but before that, Jaquan Lightfoot picked up his third personal, so he is the first Titans starter with more than 2 fouls. Miller bounce pass to Lightfoot and misses with the right hand, but draws a foul. It's going to go on Corey Boyd, which would be his second.
Number 15, Corey Boyd, his second.
That one was in the act, so Jaquan Lightfoot heading to the free throw line. We talked about how strong he's been this year, and the glaring part of his game has certainly been at the free throw line. Enters play on Thursday, a 49% free throw shooter, and misses that first one there. Last season, he shot at about a 66% rate, but was not having nearly the kind of success he was having this season. Last year, He's averaging 8.6 points per game in the regular season this year. He has upped that by nearly double. 16 points and 7 boards per game this year. A massive improvement in his sophomore year. A 1-for-2 trip makes it a 2. Here's J.D. Tisdale, who spent part of the 2017-18 NBL Canada season with the St. John Riptide. Shout out St. John, New Brunswick. Miss from Philip Flory on the 3. In the corner, Levi Lalonde trying to get away from it, and he stepped out. Lalonde commits what is the 13th Montreal turnover of the evening, and now KW with a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. 9 lead changes in the first half. Here's D. Barnes over to Hollis. Hollis watched by Londelay from the elbow and puts it in. Pretty stroke from Curtis Hollis. Went 4 of 11 in the first half.
Yeah, a bit of a quiet first half for Hollis, which I know is crazy to say when he has 11 points. But they're going to really need him to get it going, especially with missing Jalen Tate. Whenever Hollis wasn't on the floor getting going, you can always rely on Tate. But with him out with the flu, they're really going to need Hollis to step up in this second half.
Anthony Lee just picked up a foul. It'll be his second. Boyd heading to the line. Mentioned this is his 4th game in a Toundra uniform. He's been exceptional since arriving in La Belle Province. 17 points per game. He started all 4 of them and coming off a season-high 22 Friday against the Rogues.
Certainly not a bad guy to foul, though, as he comes into this game shooting just over 54%. Makes 1 of 2 there.
Here's Lightfoot. A big poster dunk in that first half. Barnes gets it back to Lightfoot in the post and draws a foul. And over the back going to be called on Boyd, and that'll be his 3rd.
Foul on the Toundra, number 15.
And that forces Toundra head coach Damian Buckley to make the move. Marc-Andre Fortin, big man, is going to check in for Boyd. Lightfoot, he had another opportunity at the line, already has missed 3 this evening. Spots that one.
It's a great job by Lightfoot, recognizing that Boyd has 2 fouls, gets him into some foul trouble. If they can continue to pick on some of their bigs, it could be big for the Titans in this second half. Get Lightfoot to work in the paint.
Finished 1 point shy of a 20-piece Friday at the WFC. A 1-for-2 trip there as Londelay pulls it down. Out of the game, Fortin is in. And now here's J.D. Tisdale. Antoine Mason led all Toundra scorers in the first half. Barnes bumps his man shooting the 3. And Philip Flory did a nice job leaning into that play.
Titans very upset with the call, as they thought he was on the floor when Barnes hit him, as he stepped to the side and then took the shot in.
Referees getting together. There's no doubt there's a foul there, but probably shouldn't be in the act of shooting. And they're going to stick with the original call. Chris Delaney, the crew chief, says yes, 3 shots for Philip Flory.
Well, back to Lightfoot and his free throw struggles. He's having such a great year, but if he could figure it out at the free throw line, Ian, I think he'd be up there in the MVP talks. So they're really hoping that he can figure it out at the line. Will keep doing what he does, because he's so good at getting inside, drawing contact, and getting to the charity stripe.
Flory played for the Albany Patroons last year, who reached the TBL semis and fell to the eventual champs St. Louis Griffins. He was a 41% three-point shooter there. Knocks down those 3 free throw attempts. Now here's Lee, long 2. Can't get the roll. Miller battling for the loose ball. A foul's going to come. And it's going to go on Tisdale. That'll be his 4th. Talk about all the foul trouble for the Titans in that first half. Now J.D. Tisdale has another foul. Damian Buckley forced to make a move and bring in Mambi Diawara. 14 on the shot clock. Miller over to Hollis. baseline J is pure. 15 for Hollis. Comes into the night second in the Basketball Super League in scoring, over 25 per contest. Diawara takes a bump, misses the shot. Lee pulls down the rebound. And here comes KW looking for their first lead of the second half. Barnes hits the brakes. Miller inside to Lee and rocks the rim with the one hand.
What a great find by Miller. Continues the great night for the hometown kid, and that has to feel great for Anthony Lee, shooting 0 for 4 on the night so far, to just see one drop in such easy fashion with the one-handed slam.
That's going to be the fourth dime for Miller. Flory had that one hang up on the rim for a bit. Lightfoot thought there maybe should have been an offensive foul, but Philip Flory has produced the 11th lead change of the evening. 59-58 Toundra. Lee backing in on Marc-Andre Fortin into the post. Lee goes up and over, misses. Long rebound out to Barnes, saves it. Hollis, 5 on the shot clock. He's rejected by Fortin, then last minutes. That's going to be the second personal on Marc-Andre Fortin, the Quebec City native. Curtis Hollis earns himself a trip to the free throw line, and that was the last one that the Toundra have to give now. They have 4 team fouls. So do the Titans. So next for either team will put them in the penalty. Of course, that one in the act. So Hollis heads to the free throw line and misses the first. Amari Haynes checks in, gets his first action in a Toundra uniform. He's into the game for Levi Londelay. Lee is out. Jones is in for Cliff Clinkscale squad, and a 1-for-2 trip at the line for Curtis Hollis.
Haynes is an extremely athletic forward, and he has a great rim protection inside, so it's something that the Titans are going to have to be aware of.
Mason floater from the elbow, won't go. Hollis comes away with the rebound. Fortin hits the deck in the backcourt. Finally, a whistle's called, and it's going to go on Antoine Mason, of all people. Mason very upset with the call. It's just his second, but that one officially puts Montreal on the penalty.
Curtis Hollis on the line, he will shoot 2.
Hollis shoots a lot of free throws, and he keeps earning them tonight. His second trip in a matter of seconds. It's in the first.
Hollis missing that last game with the ankle injury. Came over and talked to us before the game and says that he's playing at about 95%, which is pretty impressive for the night that he's having.
I think there's a lot of guys in this league that would like to have a 95% that looks like that.
Yeah.
Here's Mami Diawara across the timeline, has Miller on him defensively. 4.5 minutes gone in this second half. Here's Antoine Mason, foul away from the play. Going to go on the offense. Marc-Andre Fortin, that'll be his third.
Another great job by Lightfoot. He recognized that Fortin was upset that he didn't get the call after the two made contact on the last possession, and he just stands his ground there and takes the shoulder.
Could be a long third quarter, especially considering these teams are essentially already both in the penalty. Foul called away from the ball. It's on the Toundra. It's going to go on Flory. It's his third. And as mentioned, with both teams in the penalty, could mean a lot of free throws, and D. Barnes will get his first opportunity to capitalize. And we've talked about his numbers this year. Such a sharp shooter, so talented from beyond the arc, but the free throw percentage hasn't quite matched up this year.
And it never makes sense, does it, Ian? He's shooting from farther for three-point, but I think it's the catch-and-shoot ability of him, and that's where it comes. Where at the line, the free throw, you get into your own head. Once you miss a couple, you think, oh, I'm never going to hit it, I'm never going to hit it, and that's where you have to see a couple drop, really work on it, and improve on it. And so far tonight, he's had a great night from the line.
Comes into Thursday a 63% free throw shooter. He's a perfect 4 for 4 now on the night, so that'll help the percentage a bit. The Titans have their largest lead of the second half, 63-59. Here's Diawara driving on Miller. he gets bumped, and free throws coming up now for Mambi Diawara as Juwan Miller picks up his first foul of the evening. Less than 5 into the second half. Both sides already in the bonus. Diawara certainly made his name for himself north of the border. 3 college seasons with the Calgary Dinos, won the Canada West Player of the Year in 2019. 2018 hit the bucket against Ryerson in the 2018 national title game. He is one of 3 returning players from the Toundra roster that spent last year in the TBL. That will not count off the missed free throw. They're saying do not count the basket. Antoine Mason is furious with the call.
No basket on the play. Foul assessed to Toundra, number 12, Marque, 410.
Double whammy there.
Fourth personal.
Tisdale, I believe, picked up his 4th foul on that play. No, excuse me, it's 410. Marc-Andre 410, who just picked up number 4.
The Toundra bench livid with that call.
It looks like there was a foul called on the loose ball, and that is why they did not count the basket. They're certainly allowed to put in that shot off a missed free throw. The problem is the engagement leading up to that play.
And it certainly seemed like it could have been close to basket interference there, as it might have been above the rim, Ian, but then the foul was called. I'm not too sure. We couldn't see it. And the Toundra bench, they certainly didn't think but either.
Talk about how the Titans have struggled in the third quarter. Well, they played well, but it's been the Toundra that have really shot themselves in the foot in the last 5 minutes.
Believe it's coming back in. They only had 4 guys on the court there for a second. It was quite the confusion, and one of the Toundra players just stepped off the bench and said, I'll come back in.
Here's Diawara spinning, gets his man in the air, can't make the shot, but does draw the foul. Jaquan Lightfoot picks up his 4th.
That is his 4th personal.
So now some foul trouble starts to come into play for Cliff Clinkscale's squad. Jaquan Lightfoot might have to spend the rest of the third quarter on the bench. His Titans up 5 here on BSL TV.
All right, time for our swag toss. We got a few t-shirts to throw up, but I need some people to make some noise on both sides. Throw it over here. Throw it up in here. Over here. All right, we're coming up here. There we go. Now, one more. First one I missed all of these. Let's try it again. There we go. There we go. See, it's a good toss. That was on me. All right. This side or this side? This side or this side? This side or this side? I need this guy to go over here. All right, ready? And up we go. All right, everybody. We got a close game here. Keep that energy going. Remember, YMCA from your seats coming up. End of the third quarter.
Last year in the TBL version of the Montreal Toundra, Mambi Diawara played 13 games, averaged about 15 per contest, and had his season high 28 points. against the Lehigh Valley Admirals in the regular season finale on May 28th. That version of the Tundra went 10-15 with a 6-6 road record. Knocks down the free throw to make it a 3-point game. Here's Dexter Williams Jr. fresh off the bench out of the timeout. And a new look Titan squad on the floor now for Cliff Clinkscales. Barnes left it short. And the rebound handled by Haynes.
Something to keep an eye on here with Williams back in the game is him against the entire Tundra team. At halftime, he stood at the half-court line and he stared down Corey Boyd and to him for about 3 minutes straight. Well, Boyd wouldn't acknowledge him. He's been going out with quite a few of their players tonight. Something he brings to every game, so much emotion, plays with so much passion.
Brings the double team defensively there, out to Diawara. Quick pass inside, Audie, Mason, corner three, puts it in. Good ball movement from the Tundra. The Titans tried their best to bring the trap and force a turnover, and that left Antoine Mason wide open, and he makes him pay and ties it up at 64. DJ Jones long two, can't go. And the rebound handled by Dom Welch. Under 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. Welch, the baseline drive, can't get it to go. Good closeout from Hollis defensively. Maltby lost the handle. And it's the 10th Titans turnover. And Audie gives Montreal the lead the other way. It's the second made field goal for Marcus Audie tonight. Williams up top to Jones, can't pull it down. Back-to-back turnovers for Kitchener-Waterloo. Diawara back to Welch. And now Mason resets the offense. Mason driving on Williams and wins the battle. Antoine Mason with buckets in 2 of the last 3 Tundra possessions. And they have gone on a mini 8-0 run to take the lead. And Cliff Clinkscales wants to talk things over with his squad. An 8-0 run from the Tundra. They're back in front with 5 minutes to go in the third.
Game Titans call timeout. This is our media timeout brought to you by Rogers Media, and we want to thank a few people for spending their birthdays with us with a few special birthday wishes from the Titans. First of all, happy 9th birthday to Jack. Let's hear it for Jack. And the Titans also want to wish a happy 13th birthday to Will. Thank you to Jack and Will for spending your birthdays with us. Also, happy birthday to Erica. Jack, Will, and Erica, thanks for spending your birthday with the Titans. All right, earlier we did our Guess the Titans contest. Congratulations to our winner. Your handle on Instagram is @Mishumara. @Mishumara, you are the winner of our Guess the Titans program. You've got some information, I believe, in your DM, but you can claim it. Just come on down to the courtside merchandise booth and show us your social media. Prove that's you. It was D. Barnes on the Guess the Titans. Thanks to everybody participating in tonight's Guess the Titans contest.
Damian Buckley calls a timeout. The Tundra go on a quick 8-0 run, which prompts Cliff Clinkscales to call a timeout. And now the Titans trail by 4. Anthony Lee, the miss with the left hand, an ugly-looking shot. He was camped all alone. Certainly not the offensive possession the Titans were hoping for right out of the timeout. Diawara swings it over to Welch. Welch contested look from the corner won't go. And Hollis pulls down his 3rd rebound of the evening. Hollis, feed down low. Williams goes up and under, lays it in. Good find and a nice finish from Dex. Back to a 2-point game. Dexter Williams Jr. now up to 12 points on the night. Here's Corey Boyd. Had a strong first half. Mason for 3. Left it short. He was 2 for 3 from beyond the arc prior to that. Look. Hollis now trying to tie the game. Floater's no good, but he'll have a chance to even the scoreboard at the charity stripe.
Bruce continuing to impress me in his Titans debut. A great contest on that Mason three-pointer. Fine to Lee in the paint there. Lee's just not his night, shooting just 1 of 5 from the field. Couldn't get that one to go on what looked like a very easy bucket. Seemed like the ball just slipped out of his hands. But Bruce, really impressing me so far. Definitely earning some more minutes.
9 first half minutes for Mike Bruce. 2 for 3 from the field in that stretch. Hollis has not scored fewer than 19 points in a game this season, and tonight will not change that stat either. He's up to 20. The Titans have knotted this one at 68. Here's Audie. Start of the season with London, now in Montreal. 8 on the shot clock. Boyd backing down. Lee in the post, swings it inside. Nice pass. And finds his man Jalen Smith for his first bucket of the evening. Here's Bruce. Working on Marcus Audie with 3.5 to go. Hollis catch and shoot 3. Well off the mark. Second opportunity, and it will be Montreal basketball. Miller thought he might have put it off a Toundra player and out, but it will be Montreal basketball with a 2-point lead. The Titans started this third quarter so strong. Smith swings it inside, was looking for Audie. Welch draws a foul. It's going to go on Miller. It's his second. Dominic Welch heads to the line. Talked about both teams getting in the penalty very early in this third quarter. It was the Titans that really took advantage in the early stages of this frame, but the last few minutes, the Toundra have been feasting at the free throw line as Welch knocks down the first.
Yeah, it feels like this game's going to be decided at the free throw line, Ian. The Titans just shooting 66% from the line, while the Toundra are shooting 75% before that miss. And the Toundra grab back their own miss.
Long rebound, and Toundra capitalize. Boyd backing it on Lee in the paint and gets the roll. Good. And if you're the Toundra, make the first free throw, get the miss, and they 2 more points, and they've got their biggest lead of the second half. Hollis, kick out to Williams. Williams spinning, can't get the roll. Facing a double team, but went for it anyway and had a pretty good look. Smith for 3, bang! Jalen Smith from downtown.
Everything dropping for the Toundra right now. Smith shooting just 12% from behind the arc on the season, but he has no problem there.
Hollis had a good look but missed, and Boyd grabs the rebound. It is a 16-0 Toundra run. Corner 3 from Welch. Can't get that one. Second opportunity as Diawara grabs the offensive board. Everything's going Montreal's way here in the last couple minutes. Diawara, watched by Lee defensively. Switch off to Dexter into the corner. Welch's 3 won't go, and Miller chases down that rebound. Boyd reached in, didn't get called for a foul. Up to Williams, an open look, passes it up to Bruce. Mike Bruce driving on Audie, and he draws a foul. Mike Bruce will have a chance to stop the bleeding if you're Kitchener-Waterloo.
Yeah, this should be good for the Titans. Send Bruce to the line, try to get some free points from the charity stripe while just slowing things down. Have a nice little reset.
Bruce played 2 seasons at Lourdes University in Sylvania, Ohio. Went to training camp with the 5 this year. Did not crack the opening day roster. In his 9 games in the TBL with Flint last year, he averaged just under a double-double, 23 points and 9.6 boards per game. He was a 76% free throw shooter. As you see, misses the first. trying to put in his first free throw in a Titans uniform, and 0 for 2 trip for Mike Bruce. And the skid continues. Montreal has scored the last 16 points. Smith has it ripped away, but a foul's called, and you nearly saw the frustration from Dexter Williams, who wanted to heave that one down the court. Bruce picking up his first foul on the play, and considering the Titans have been the penalty for about 6 minutes now, more free throws coming up, this time for Jalen Smith.
Yeah, the frustration certainly mounting for the Titans here. You saw Dex almost take the full court heave after, but they need to slow things down, settle down. They are only trailing by 8 points. They have to realize that and just get back in with a couple good possessions.
Seeing the Titans mount much bigger comebacks this season. Down 20 plus to Sudbury in the opener. They got back and had a fourth quarter lead in that game. Smith goes 1 for 2 on that trip. We're 90 seconds until the fourth quarter. Titans going to try and cut into that deficit now.
And when the Titans erased that deficit against Sudbury, it was just in 8 minutes of play, so they can do it fairly quick.
Big defensive play by Boyd. Then Dexter Williams Jr. gets hammered defensively by Jalen Smith. He'll head to the charity stripe.
Number 11, Jalen Smith, his first personal.
An efficient first half of action for Dexter Williams Jr. 4 for 6 from the field. Misses his first one. The Titans are now on a cold streak from the charity stripe. Williams, a 71% free throw shooter on the year. No good on that one. Last year he shot about 67% from the free throw line, and that finally gets a point on the board for the Titans. Still down 8. And Montreal with the basketball. Here's Marcus Audi. 65 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Audi behind the back dish to Boyd with 5 on the shot clock. Boyd watched by Jones. Boyd draws a double team, and Williams comes away with it. Dexter Williams Jr. swatted. A couple Toundra going over top of each other. The foul is, it's an offensive foul on Dexter Williams Jr.
And he's been handed a technical.
Things starting to snowball for the Titans.
Technical foul assessed after the play.
So Dexter Williams Jr. called for the charge, then called for the tech. And now Philip Flory will shoot the technical free throw for Montreal. You see all smiles for the Toundra right now. Flory converts. And now the Toundra have the ball, looking for their largest lead of the evening, and what a time to do it. The Titans had all the momentum in the early stages of the quarter. Had one of their largest leads of the evening. Well, that has disappeared in a hurry. And a lot of it with Jaquan Lightfoot on the bench with his 4 fouls. A triple team around Boyd. They rip it away and call a jump ball.
That's a hell ball.
Well, the Toundra, they're last in the league with free throw percentage coming into this game, shooting at just over 66%, but they're not struggling tonight, Ian. 71% from the line, 23 points coming from the charity stripe.
The Titans generally attempt the most free throws per game. Coming into tonight, attempting about 34 per contest. Barnes and the run. Can't hit the 3. And it'll remain Titans basketball, so mental lapse there. Jalen Smith decided to let the ball go. His teammates were telling him it was going to be Montreal basketball, so the Titans will get a second opportunity. Before they do so, Antoine Mason is going to check into the game for Marcus Audi.
The Titans now just shooting 23% from behind the arc, with just 4 of 17 looks going.
Bruce driving, goes underneath to Jones. Jones gets tied up. The Toundra wanted a jump ball, but instead of foul, it's going to be called on Jalen Smith. Jones heads to the charity stripe. played 11 minutes Friday in Windsor. Had a bucket, a season high, 12 points earlier in January against the Newfoundland Rogues, and a 2-for-2 trip for DJ Jones. He has yet to miss a free throw this season. 78-71, Toundra can hold for the final possession of this third quarter. Antoine Mason leads all Toundra scores with 15 tonight against Dexter Williams Jr. now. Blows by him and rejected by Jones. The Titans get out of the third quarter with a defensive stop, but their work's going to be cut out for them in the final 12 minutes. They're down by 7, and Antoine Mason has a lot of words for the Titans as they head off the court. It'll be Montreal on top when we come back. Juwan Miller, Dexter Williams Jr., Mike Bruce, Anthony Lee, and Curtis Hall is the 5 for the Titans to begin this fourth quarter. KW over the second and third quarters have combined to go 0 for 8 from downtown. They only made 2 3-pointers the first and only time they beat Montreal this season, but trying to play catch-up, it feels like they really need a few to go their way.
Yeah, and the Titans last time they played against the Toundra, they were outscored 30-18 in the fourth quarter. So they're really going to need to have a better performance than that here if they want to erase this deficit.
Antoine Mason, the only member of the Toundra averaging more than 20 per season, misses the 3, but Dom Welch there for the follow-up. And the Toundra lead grows even more. It's up to 9. That equals their largest of the night. The Titans have led by as many as 10. That lead disappeared real quick. Bruce from way downtown and puts it in. They needed one. Mike Bruce, his second made 3 of the evening and first since the first quarter for the entire team. 6-point game. Dexter Williams Jr. going to get called for the reach-in foul there on Jalen Smith. That'll be the 4th on Dex.
Number 4, Dexter Williams.
The second site Titan with 4 fouls. He joins Lightfoot So the both of them are going to have to be very careful on defense, which is something they don't usually do. They play in a very aggressive style of game.
Boyd. Foul away from the ball. Mason and Miller were tied up in the paint, and it's Miller who's going to get called for the foul. It'll be his third. 2 quick fouls to begin the fourth quarter is not exactly setting yourself up for success in the late stages of a ball game.
No, it certainly isn't. That one was an interesting call as they both seemed tied up, and Mason kind of threw Miller to the ground. Mason ended the third quarter extremely frustrated, had to be held back by multiple teammates as he tried to go at the ref as he wanted a call there. So we'll have to see if they can maybe get him a little bit frustrated.
Flory, the bucket, makes it an 8-point Montreal lead. Williams, the response from the free throw line, and drops in the jumper. Dexter Williams Jr., the mid-range game has been strong tonight. He's now 6 of 9 from the field, 15 points overall. That pass was tipped. Hollis has a chance to get to it, dives on it, and now it's going to be a race against the shot clock for Montreal. 8 on the shot clock, only 4 defenders back for KW, and taking full advantage, Corey Boyd. 84-76. Williams driving with the left hand, draws a foul, and it's called on Boyd. It'll be his fourth. Boyd, Tisdale, and Fortin all have 4 for Montreal. The question was, how long is Cliff Klingscales going to keep Jaquan Lightfoot on the bench with 4 fouls? Well, we have his answer. 2:07 into quarter number 4. Lightfoot set to check in for that. Dexter's first free throw attempt. Puts in the first. He's already missed 4 tonight from the stripe. Smith's going to check out of the game. Dexter Williams Jr. made his first start of the season on Friday with Curtis Hollis out of the lineup. 14 points in 42 minutes of action, which is a season high. A double team as both Williams and Bruce were in the face of Londelay. Do not force the turnover, but they force Montreal to regroup offensively. Here's Antoine Mason. 15 points tonight. Welch kicks out to Londelay. Back to Mason, 5 on the shot clock. Flory swings it inside. Boyd could not get a clean shot off in time. The Toundra wanted a foul call. They don't get it. And the Titans get the defensive stand they needed. Cliff Klingscales trying to fire up the crowd. It's a 2-possession game.
The Titans need that energy. They need this is a big possession for them.
Here's Hollis. That pass was tipped. He was trying to feed Lightfoot down low. Here come the Toundra with numbers. Mason taking it himself off the window and in. Wanted an and one. Doesn't get it. And the Toundra lead back to 8.
It's really been part of the story here tonight. That's their 16th point off of a turnover for the Toundra.
Bruce downtown, left it short. Hollis had a chance to get to it. That's last touch by Flory. It'll remain KW ball. Second opportunity. The Titans being out-rebounded tonight by 11. They come into tonight the second best rebounding team in the Basketball Super League. They average about 51 per contest. It's going to take a lot to reach that benchmark tonight. Lightfoot spins away from trouble, doesn't get the foul, but gets the bucket. And then has some words for Corey Boyd afterwards.
Great job to take the contact and somehow get that very tough layup to drop.
Lightfoot, as mentioned, playing with 4 fouls. He has 14 points. Londelay down low, lost the basketball. Knocked away. Mike Bruce in transition, puts it in. Pretty move from Bruce. Damian Buckley's going to take a timeout. Back-to-back buckets for the Titans. Not making it easy on this Toundra squad, who lead by 4 with the ball here on this Thursday night in Kitchener.
Titans fans, Coach Cliff wanted noise. Let's make some noise the rest of the way.
Titans are riding a franchise best 6 straight home win streak. They only won 5 games at home all of last year. They have been exceptional on their home court this year. But the last place team in the Basketball Super League is pushed them to their brink tonight. It's a 4-point game. Here's Mambi Diawara. Montreal native. Picks up his dribble with 5 on the shot. Causes defensive attention. Tries to swing it across to Welch, but throws it into the front row. Right out of the timeout. That's a dream defensive scenario if you're a Cliff Clinkscales.
Yeah, that was great. Lightfoot and Boyd with an extremely interesting matchup down low there too. Really battling, but Lightfoot did a great job not allowing them to get that ball inside to end. And then the Titans, they forced the turnover.
Hollis turns it over himself. J.D. Tisdale forces it, and Dominic Welch finishes it off with 2 points.
Welch having a great debut for the Toundra. Up to 13 points on the night.
Absolutely, and 1 board shy of a double-double. 7.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Williams lost the basketball. The Titans turn it over on back-to-back possessions. 88-82, here's Diawara. Watched by Lightfoot defensively. They switch off now as he's on Boyd. Tisdale working on Maltzby. The fadeaway is no good, and Barnes grabs the rebound. Here's Marque Maltzby shifting through inside to Hollis. Beautiful dribble and a beautiful pass.
Great find by Maltzby, using his speed and finding their leading scorer in Hollis. They really need that. The Titans have been shooting themselves in the foot so much. 2 turnovers quickly here, and they're struggling with the shooting. Make it simple. Find the open man, make the basket.
As mentioned, back-to-back turnovers, and then Hollis capitalizes off the feed from Maltzby. That foul is going to go on Hollis. That's his first. And Cliff Clinkscales is going to take him out of the game. Juwan Miller checks back in. Mason battling against Barnes and wins the battle. Antoine Mason. He's been exceptional this year. He's up to 19 points. Here's Miller. Titans trailing by 2 possessions. Lost the ball. It will stay with Kitchener-Waterloo.
18 seconds in the shot clock.
$18 on the 24. Miller gets it into Maltzby. Has an open look, but can't hit it. The long rebound. Miller was battling with Tisdale, and J.D. Tisdale is going to get called for his 5th foul. Nope, apologies. The foul is actually on Lightfoot. That's his 5th. Someone was picking up their 5th foul there.
Losing it in the paint as he had the mismatch and wanted the ball faster. Jumping up and down, yelling.
Tisdale driving, they get it to Boyd, and Barnes says no. Give him credit for the block. Boyd hits the floor hard.
And then Lightfoot stands directly over him, staring down at him. The Titans seem to have some kind of problem with Boyd. Multiple of them going at him.
Boyd appears to be favoring his hand. Anthony Lee's going to come to the game as the Titans try and match up with some size, not to mention one more foul, and Lightfoot's night is done. So now Lee is tasked with guarding the big man, Corey Boyd, who has been excellent tonight. 6-point Montreal lead. Tisdale can't make it, but the Tundra get it back. Mason hits the brakes, trying to put Williams on skates. Cannot hit the three. Tisdale gets to it, and then an over-the-back foul is going to be called what appears on Anthony Lee Jr. It is. That's his third.
His third, team's fifth.
It just hasn't been Lee's night. He's still been doing great work on the glass with 8 rebounds, but just 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting. Picks up his third foul there. They're going to really have to hope that he can get it going here down the stretch. A couple buckets from him, the turning point for them.
Tisdale no good on free throw number 1. He enters play on Thursday, a 66% free throw shooter.
7 for the Titans, number 0, Curtis Hollis.
Played 19 games last year in the TBL for the Seattle Superhawks, who lost to the Potawatomi Fire in the semis.
After a quick break on the bench, Curtis Hollis back into the game for Maltsby.
Very short stint on the bench for Hollis. Was curious whether they'd sub Miller or Maltsby out. Indeed it is Marque Maltsby back on the bench. Now Juwan Miller with the basketball off to D. Barnes. 10 on the shot clock. Williams has Lee down low. He backs out. Williams takes it himself and draws a foul.
Fouls on the Tundra.
Dom Welch, his fourth.
Dominic Welch, that is his third personal. Team second.
That's just the second team foul for Montreal in this fourth quarter, so they still have 2 to give. Titans have been in the penalty for a few minutes as Dexter Williams Jr., who has had his troubles at the stripe tonight, he's missed 4 of them, puts that first one in.
Yeah, he's really having a great game. He's been extremely efficient, shooting 6 of 9 from the field. Hasn't been great from the free throw line, but he's really been getting it done on the defensive end, as always, former defensive player of the year. And he's been playing great with 4 fouls. He's been on the court here for most of the fourth quarter and has yet to pick up that 5th. That is really big for them.
Mambi Diawara. Out to Welch. Drives and stops, kicks out to Boyd now. Boyd into the corner for Mason, the pump fake. 2 on the shot clock. Mason lets it fly, won't go. And Lee pulls down his 9th rebound of the evening. Mike Bruce trying to get out and run, dishes across to Hollis. 5:15 to go in quarter number 4. Hollis draws a double team inside to Lee, gets tied up. They want a jump ball call, but instead it's going to be a foul on J.D. Tisdale.
Number 7, J.D. Tisdale.
That'll be his 5th.
That is his 5th personal, team's third.
Tisdale's been strong tonight. Let's see if Damian Buckley makes a move with him 1 away from his disqualifying foul.
Yeah, he certainly has been strong tonight. Brings a lot of energy on the defensive end, so that's going to be a big loss for the Tundra.
And indeed, they're going to bring Philip Flory into the game. Lee's first trip to the free throw line. Potts the first.
Anthony Lee Jr.
Flory rocking the ninja-style headband, something you don't see often anymore after it got banned from the NBA.
Lee had 16 points, 13 rebounds for his 8th straight double-double Friday night in Windsor, Ontario. A 2-for-2 trip, and it's a 3-point game. Mambi Diawara. He's got the Defensive Player of the Year on him. Picks up his dribble and works it over to Welch. Boyd now. He has been dominant in the post, driving, and a foul called away from the ball. No, it's actually going to be a defensive 3 in the key called on Juwan Miller. So a free throw coming up for Philip Flory to make it a 2-possession game, and then Montreal will retain possession.
The Titans, so many mental mistakes here tonight, Ian. It's honestly shocking that they're down by just 3. Extremely lucky. If you were going off the eye test, I would say they were down 30, 20. It seems like the Toundra have been dominating ever since that first stretch that the Titans had. So they're really going to need to dial in here in the final 5 and try to come out with a win.
KW opened the game on a 10-0 run. Toundra came right back, and that has by far been KW's most healthy stretch of the game. Diawara spinning, kicks out, and a foul called before the play. I believe it's going to go on Miller. Indeed it is. It's his fourth. And with the Titans having been in the penalty for several minutes now, Diawara, a chance to make it a 2-possession game at the line. Diawara has spent time with 3 different teams in the CBL. Won a title with Edmonton in 2020. This season averaging about 8-4-4. Misses the second free throw, but a great heads-up play by Dominic Welch. Climbs the ladder and creates a second opportunity. Jaquan Lightfoot is back in the game. One more foul and his night is done. Let's see if Montreal goes at him. Mason throws Williams aside. Deep 3-pointer, shot won't go. Welch, another offensive rebound. Dominic Welch keeps doing it on the offensive glass. Mason can't convert, and it looked like Lightfoot was the last one to put it in. Lightfoot and Boyd were both going up. It hit both of them. And the Toundra have a 6-point lead. What a brutal sequence for KW.
Yeah, that's 20 offensive rebounds now for the Toundra. That's 9 more than the Titans. That's just something that doesn't happen against this Titans team.
Williams, 2 looks down low, misses both of them. 2 that he usually makes. And now a penalty already for the Titans, of course. Mike Bruce, the foul. He pushed off on Anthony Mason down low. The Titans as a team now have committed 30 personal fouls, and there's still 3:44 to go in this fourth quarter. Mason has had a season-high 30 points on 2 different occasions this year. One of them coming January 24th right here at the auditorium. Puts in the second. And that is a 5-0 Montreal run. Hollis floats and puts it in. Of all the high percentage looks that the Titans have had, it's crazy that that's the one they get to drop.
Yeah, and they certainly needed it. What a floater by Hollis. He wanted the foul as well. There was a little bit of contact. He somehow wills that one into the bucket. That was huge for them, a big possession.
24 points, and now the turnover. Hollis ahead to Barnes. Oh, and the poster! Up and over Dom Welch.
On your head top for the second time tonight. There's going to be posters all over the odd after this performance. Wow, that could be the turning point for them.
Lost in it all, it's an and one. So Barnes with a chance to make it a 1-score game at the line. Dom Welch has had a terrific Toundra debut, but he got slammed on there. Now Barnes trying to make it 96-93, and he does.
If that doesn't get the Titans going, Ian, I don't know what will.
Before Montreal takes the ball, up 3 with 3 minutes to go. Damian Buckley is going to use one of his 3 remaining timeouts. Should be a good finish here at the auditorium. 3-point game in Kitchener.
He gets it done. Time for tonight's fan of the game, and while you're making noise, let's make some noise for Ali. Let's hear it for your fan of the game, brought to you by David Schooling. Let's hear it one more time for your fan of the game, Alicon. Fans, don't forget after tonight's game, win or lose, your Titans are going to be available for autographs 10 minutes after the final buzzer. I mean, it's school night, they're up late already. Keep them up a little later. Get some autographs and some photos tonight with your KW Titans.
We'll be talking about that D. Barnes poster dunk for a while, but will they be talking about a 7th straight home win for KW? Got under 3 minutes to figure it out. Mason battling on Williams, kick it out to Diawara. Here's Dom Welch, back to Mason, 5 on the shot clock. Driving, pushes off Williams and gets the roll. Antoine Mason, he's been exceptional this year, up to 23 points now on the evening. Curtis Hollis. Cross to Williams. Hollis takes a step in, out to Williams, the pump fake, the drive, and a foul called before the drive. It's gonna go on Diawara. That was, no, the Toundra did not have one to give, so free throws coming up for the reigning NBL Canada Defensive Player of the Year.
With just 2:30 to go in this game, the Titans are going to need to convert at the charity stripe and get the defensive stop.
See Dexter Williams Jr. at the free throw line all the time. He practiced pregame, postgame, halftime. 0 for 2 on that trip, very unlike him. Long pass ahead, Hall is trying to get there, but a foul called, and I believe it's going to go on Mason. Nope, it's actually on Hollis. Hollis gets called for a foul on the loose ball, trying to chase it down with Mason.
Hollis extremely unhappy with that call, and for good reason, honestly. They were both just battling for the ball. It didn't seem like that much contact. But now it sends Mason to the line for 2 free throws.
What a big swing that is. Dexter Williams Jr. missing 2 free throws. That would have cut it to 3. Instead, it remains a 5-point game, and now Antoine Mason can get that lead up to 7. Mason, no good on the second. Boyd had a chance at the offense, found, but couldn't squeeze it. So Jaquan Lightfoot is also on the floor. He has 5 fouls, 1 more and his night is done. Same with JD Tisdale. Lightfoot going up hard, counted and 1. Oh, what a bucket. How do you get that one to drop?
And Clinkscales wants the crowd to get in it. What a by Lightfoot. If he can convert here, what a swing it will be for the Titans. A great job by Hollis, noticing that they were bringing the double with Boyd, finding Lightfoot, who then takes advantage and gets the and 1.
Lightfoot gets the roll on the free throw. Those 2 that Dexter Williams Jr. missed are the only 2 they've missed in this 4th quarter as a team. 3-point game, 2:05 to go. Here's Mason. He He has been a killer this evening. Boyd had it stripped, and then Hollis called for a foul. Two tough fouls on Curtis Hollis. Initiated the contact with Corey Boyd. That is the third personal on Hollis. Exactly 2 minutes on the clock. Fleury sets his feet in the corner, triggers, and connects on the three. Big time three ball from Philip Fleury. Toundra lead back up to 6. The clock is certainly the enemy now if you're the Titans. The push off and the offensive foul called on Mike Bruce.
Offensive foul called on the Titans, number 30.
Extremely tough.
That's his third.
Last couple seconds for the Titans. Another foul called on Hollis, and then Bruce there with the offensive foul. They need a stop right now.
Toundra have gone 28 of 41 from the charity stripe. The Titans, they've missed quite a few of their own. They missed 14 of their 43 attempts. Trailing by 6. Titans bring some full court pressure. Lightfoot got in, initiated contact with Boyd. A foul would have ended his night. Here's Mason, 24 points tonight. Coming off a 30-piece the last time he played in this building. Mason, kick out. From the corner, that three no good. Barnes trying to chase down a loose ball. And it will go to the Titans as Boyd could not get to it. Dominic Welch was trying to hit the dagger for the Toundra. Hollis gets to the loose ball. Leaves it for Lightfoot. Lightfoot stops, spins in the paint, and misses. A high percentage look from Lightfoot, couldn't get it to drop. And now Mason can kill some clock for Montreal. And that was exactly the look that you want if you're KW. Lightfoot, good look in the post, couldn't hit. Mason driving, won't get the roll. Offensive foul.
It's a great job by Bruce to kind of redeem himself. The new guy here takes an offensive foul, getting some clutch time, some clutch playing time, and there, the huge, taking that charge, getting the ball back. Now the Titans have a chance.
1:01 to go in the game. Titans trailing by 2 possessions. Don't go anywhere. A big finish coming your way on BSL TV.
Let's make some noise for the man keeping the tunes going all night long. Let's hear it for DJ Kenny.
The sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came.
Time will certainly be against the Titans here. Down 6, 1 minute to go. Dexter Williams Jr. inbounds to Daquan Lightfoot and gets it back. Off to Hollis. He's been great tonight. Driving through, gets it inside to Lightfoot, out to Barnes. Hollis, that's a three. That's good! Curtis Hollis from downtown, when they needed him most, comes through. 1 score game.
They call him Mr. Fourth Quarter, and he's up to 27 now. A huge clutch bucket for him.
Titans desperately needing a stop. Here's Diawara driving on Lightfoot. Diawara, kick out. Welch driving, won't get the roll. And 2 free throws coming up for Dominic Welch. And that is it for Jaquan Lightfoot. That is his sixth and disqualifying personal foul. Watching the replay, lots of contact there, but I'm not sure that it should have been called on Jaquan Lightfoot.
The Titans extremely upset with the foul calls. Lightfoot can have his hands in the air all the way to the bench. Signal that he didn't think it was a foul. They're still up. It's been a tough last couple minutes for the Titans. A couple calls not going their way. Still just trailing by 3 points with a chance here if they can get a bucket. That miss was huge for them.
Dominic Welch can still make it a two-possession game. Anthony Lee is going to check in for DJ Jones. Welch, the all-important second free throw, no good. Barnes chases down a loose ball. 23 seconds left, three-point game. Here's Hollis. Hollis drives inside, Williams. Barnes gets the roll. D. Barnes, the clutch bucket, makes it a one-point game. I think that's a smart play from the Titans. Take the two that they give you. You don't want to force a three there.
Yes, certainly, especially after seeing one of their good shooters miss 2 free throws. You have a chance that he misses again, and then you can either go for the win or tie it. It was a great possession there by the Titans. Great ball movement. Some great ball movement. Lightfoot, I'm still laughing because he still has his hands in the air, signaling that he did not foul. Very bad at the refs for that last call. Lots of character on this Titans squad. We'll have to see if that can come through after cutting it to just a 1-point lead for the Tundra.
Lightfoot, as mentioned, exits the game. Another strong night for him. 19 points on 6 of 9 shooting from the field. Obviously, if you're Cliff Clinkscales in the huddle right now, drawing up all kinds of scenarios, but based on how this game has gone tonight, I think one of them that they have to be prepared for out of this timeout is what happens if we send these guys to the free throw line.
Yeah, exactly. They might have to draw up a 3-point play if they convert both from the line, which is something that the Titans haven't been great at this season. But maybe they look to their new guy, Bruce, who's had a great shooting stroke far in this game. The Titans, they're struggling from 3-point, just 27% in this game, so they really have to hope for a miss. Lightfoot shown on the Jumbotron. He may never put his hands down. Hands getting involved as well.
There you saw him, Jaquan Lightfoot on the bench, the reigning rookie of the year, fouling out in the dying minutes. What has been a highly entertaining Thursday night here at the auditorium. Mombi Diawara to inbound. Mike Bruce is on him defensively. 16 seconds left. Titans down 1. They get it in. Flory, Barnes intercepts it. Titans have the ball and they can hold for the final shot. 10 seconds left. For the lead. Shot won't go. Loose ball. It's out of bounds. And Montreal has it. Flory is down. Barnes is down too. They're signaling it'll be Montreal possession. The Titans will either have to force another turnover.
Montreal Tundra called their final.
What an opportunity that was for the Titans. The Tundra just give them the ball. They could have gave them the game. But it turns into a scramble and they lose possession. So they're gonna have to hope either that happens again or they foul them and send them to the line and hope for a miss.
If you're the Titans, you've shown you can do it now. You look at the situation that they're going to have with inbounding from their offensive end. Montreal will be inbounding from their defensive end. So if you're KW, if you get that turnover this time, you just got to be aware they're not going to have as much time to draw something up.
Yes, certainly. I think you're going to have to look for the steal on the inbound pass. If it gets into someone, you just have to foul him. You have to accept the fact that it might have to be decided at the free throw line, and if they can get it to the right guy. The Toundra aren't the greatest free throw shooting team in the league, so if they could maybe get it to one of their guys like Mason, who seems to struggle from the line, maybe they can just get that one miss.
A 1-point game. Damian Buckley just used his final timeout of the evening. Cliff Klinkskills does still have one in his back pocket. So no matter what, if you're the Titans here, not only do you want to foul, you want to foul fast. Leave some time on the clock, because you will have a timeout to call, which can then advance the ball into your offensive end of the court out of the ensuing timeouts. Once again, it'll be Mambi Diawara on the inbounds pass. Bruce watching him. They forced a turnover last play. Can they do it again? They go into the backcourt. Barnes has to get to Flory, and he fouls him with 3.4 on the clock.
Foul on the Titans, number 10, D. Barnes. This is 4.
Philip Flory has only missed one of his 7 free throw attempts this evening. He can hit both to make it a 3-point game. If he misses either, the Titans will have a shot for the win. And Flory, calm, cool, and collected, puts in the first. 3.4 seconds to go. The Titans got to be set to call a timeout here, regardless of the outcome, make or miss. Flory good on the second. Cliff Klinkskills is going to burn a timeout. His final timeout. So much coming down to this final possession. The Titans looking for a 3rd straight win, for a 7th straight home win, to move to 2-0 against Montreal this season. It all comes back to what we talked about at the start of the night. A team tied for first, facing a last place team. Can't take any opponent lightly in this league.
Yeah, exactly. Especially a team like the Toundra, where you don't really know what you're going to get. Like we've mentioned many times, they've had 23 different players on the roster, 3 players making their Toundra debut here tonight, and a couple of them having extremely good games. Now the Titans have to draw something up coming out of this timeout for the 3-pointer. They don't have a lot of time left. They have just 3 seconds on the clock, which should be plenty to get the shot off. It's all going to depend on this inbound play, which Klinkskills drew up a great play last time they were in here. So let's see if they can follow it up. Maybe go to your a lethal shooter like D. Barnes, or maybe your superstar in Curtis Hollis.
Williams will inbound. Got Bruce, Hollis, Lee, and Barnes as your options as shooters. Don't think it's going to Anthony Lee. We'll have to see who they can get free. 3.4 seconds on the clock. Either a 3 for the tie or it's a loss. Curtis Hollis gets over for the tie. Won't go, and the Toundra escape. They come in at KW and snap the Titans' historic home winning streak.
So close for Curtis Hollis. I thought it was going to drop. Hollis having some words for the refs as they leave the court. Lightfoot still with his hands in the air. They feel a couple calls didn't go their way down the stretch, but they had one final shot and they couldn't convert. The winning streak snapped in.
Look at all kinds of different ways the Titans lost this game. One that feels very obvious, you can point to right from the start. Missing 14 free throws in a 3-point loss. That's certainly one you can highlight.
Yeah, for sure. There were so many fouls in this